we had one real scare. You know, possibly she could have a miscarriage.
Hello everyone. Xin chào mọi người, chào mừng mọi người quay trở lại với kênh của Family Journey. Mình đã quay trở lại một video hoàn toàn mới. Và hôm nay đặc biệt hơn có một người tham dự chung với mình, đó là chồng của mình. Hy vọng là nội dung sắp tới đây mọi người sẽ có nhiều cái thông tin hữu ích và thú vị. Hôm nay hai vợ chồng mình sẽ cùng nhau trả lời những cái câu hỏi mà mình đặt ra trong cái thời gian mang thai của mình. Sẽ có những cái điều rất là thú vị. Mọi người cùng chờ đón xem nha. Let my husband say some greeting to you guys.
Hello everyone, I'm very excited to be a part of the Archibald family journey. Myself and Nghiệm, and of course baby Davey that's on his way. So we're excited, and I got talked into doing this Q&A session, so let's do it.
So I already made about 5 questions to discuss with him. We're gonna talk into it maybe a little bit deeper. Let's go into the first one. The first one is, did you have any expectations about my pregnancy, and did I surprise you by how I changed?
Expectations, I knew first of all that you would be very detail oriented as you are about what to expect about pregnancy. I knew you would research it and do the studying that you needed to understand what was going to happen to your body and what happens with the baby. One of the things I did not expect you to really change your taste, your palate of your food. I was surprised that all of a sudden you wanted something sweet, because you never ever want to eat anything sweet.
That's
I
true.
want a cinnamon roll, I want a donut, I want something, and you never wanted it, and now all of a sudden it's like, hey, we got ice cream, hey, what is it that we can eat, hey, what about cookies, and to go to the convenience store now is like, wow, what you're looking for before and versus now is much different.
Yeah, so definitely you were surprised.
I was surprised about that for sure, but the rest of it I'm not so surprised. I know you'd be very educated on what's happening and what you were doing, and that didn't surprise me.
I did have an expectation for my pregnancy, you know, because media or social media already got me into good images, model pictures, and you know, sexy body even when you're pregnant. So I expected myself to be healthy and sexier, because I thought being healthy is easy. I was quite a healthy person. Then I suddenly changed. I couldn't you know, control my cravings, and I just want to eat all the sweet things. I thought that I could control them, but I couldn't. I tried my best, because besides keeping me healthy, I gotta keep him healthy too.
First of all, we're not eating junk food all day long. And we're talking, she went from 0 to a few things every once in a while. It's not like she's eating junk food all day.
I try to be so positive in my videos and encourage people to be healthy in their pregnancy. So, you know, I hate to admit that I was unhealthy in some weeks and, you know, some days. The thing that worries me the most is it's gonna affect my baby's health, like if I have the diabetes or not, or something like that. About the body change, until now it changed pretty much. A few weeks ago I was 55 kilo, and then now I'm almost 60 kilo, but it's gradually, it's step by step, so it's not really a big surprise for me. I expect it to happen already. Okay, let's go to the second one. Did you experience sympathetic pregnancy, and describe it? This is a very interesting thing, because I've never talked about it before in any vlogs, because I think it should come from him, because he would describe it better. It was a very interesting thing for me, because I never thought it would be real. I thought it's just a myth. But let him describe.
I mean, I also don't believe it either, but it happens. I would say for sure there's no way I'm gonna feel sick or have any type of sympathy problems with that. But in the first trimester, I had like a 2-week period of time of feeling sick to my stomach, nausea, and I was like, wow, this is very strange. You know, I never have that, and it lasted for a couple weeks, and I haven't had it since. So I think she was going through it, and it just happened. You know, obviously she eats more, maybe I eat a little more, so I've put on a few kilos during the pregnancy, and I do my very best to keep it off and keep active. You know, the morning sickness was something I definitely felt.
We were confused at first, like what's happening. And I remember, some days when you came back from work and you're just so uneasy and grumpy, and you say, I don't want to eat anything now. Like literally, he didn't want to eat it. And I was eating. I tried to eat for my baby. It was a surprising thing when we experienced it, and we started researching about it. We realized that's true. If he just experienced something like he doesn't want to eat or he has some normal thing, it would be explainable. But you want to puke.
I mean, I felt sick to my stomach. I felt heartburn at times.
Yeah, heartburn too.
Just normal indigestion, and I rarely ever have that normally, and it lasted about a couple weeks when she was going through it at the same time, so it's very strange.
The thing that surprised me the most is when you want to puke. You told me you want to puke many times, at least 3 times I heard about that. When I wanted to puke, but I never puke. At least it's, we experienced something new and definitely interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's go to the number 3 question. What is the easiest time to deal with me during 36 weeks? Well, let's talk about it. Easiest time.
I think I'd rephrase it as the easiest time of the pregnancy was in the 2nd trimester. Definitely things changed. I watched her complexion change in the 1st trimester. 2nd trimester, complexion got back to normal, and then just being able to be free of the morning sickness, and it was really a good time for us. We were able to travel still, go to events still. That was probably the easiest time of the pregnancy. Now in the 3rd trimester, it's not that bad. It's not that much different, except for a little bit slower. You're not so ready to go move. You are a little bit more tired in the morning than versus before.
Definitely the golden period is the 2nd trimester. That's the easiest time to deal with myself too. I didn't have any difficult time in eating. I had so much energy to go anywhere. I remember I write in my journal, I said I wanted to run, I wanted to travel, and we did like at least 3 trips in that time period.
Just around Vietnam.
Just around Vietnam,
we couldn't go anywhere else.
That's when we started to feel the baby kick, I was so excited. The 1st trimester, everything changed physically in your body, but you don't feel like you have baby inside because it's not big and it doesn't move. But the 2nd trimester, you get to feel the baby, and then especially knowing the baby gender, it's just so wonderful.
For sure.
It's just so weird how they can divide by 3 periods. As soon as the 1st trimester ends, I feel super good. Okay, let's move to number 4. What do you expect when we have baby?
Expectations of welcoming Davey. I really am excited to see the next phase of our family, and when we welcome a new member of the family in, and the changes that we'll go through. Now obviously I've been through this before. I have older kids, so I know what to expect a little bit. I'm excited really to see the changes that happen in Neum, but I'm also excited to make some adjustments of my own parenting that I've done with my children in the past, and where I will with Davey. Obviously the most important thing is time, and the time you spend with them, and I think that's one of my expectations be different, is to spend more time. Neum is somebody that really wants to work and have a job, and so my expectations really have been to try to set her up to be a teacher for Davey and really spend the time to teach Davey in his first 5 years of life. And so for her, she'll make sacrifice on her own career and her own dreams. We're lucky I'm able to provide that for them. A lot of people can't provide that for their family. But for us, my expectations of welcoming him and allowing Neum to be the teacher really give him the advantage as he gets older and goes to school, that he'll have this base, that foundation that most kids might not.
I remember you told me that you would bring him to golf or football, those things that I know that that's what your expectations are. When you have baby, you're gonna do something that you didn't have a chance to do with your kids before. For me, as a first-time mom, I definitely have so many expectations. I never thought I would be a stay-home mom, okay? I thought I could handle work and house chores. The more I'm pregnant, the more I realize that spending time with my kid are more important than making money. First period when I quit my job and stay home for preparing for labor, I was super stressed. I couldn't help not being able to know what's going on in the company or what's going on in the world. So I expect now that when we have Davey here, I'm gonna be full time. I'm gonna train him so many things. I'm gonna make sure he's healthy. I'm gonna make sure he's the cutest baby. He's the most well-dressed kid. I don't expect him to be a genius kid, but I expect him to be a hardworking kid. I'm gonna train him every little things, even how he eat, how he sleep, at least for first 5 years. Get educated about that. I didn't know how to start to become a good mom. At first I think, well, just make sure he has everything he needs, buy everything he needs. Actually, being educated as a mom is very important. Reading books or researching about everything, and the more I research about that, the more I understand that mental changes and emotional changes in kids are very important, and we need to pay attention to that. But for my husband, I expect him to be able to spend time with us when he can. Even right now, when we still haven't had baby yet, he's still too busy sometimes. I think I'm quite demanding also. For some other people, they may think, well, their husband's job to make money, so let him focus. But I expect him to share half of the time to be at home or to be able to hang out with us. To me, it's like a win-win situation. If he does that, I'm gonna be a good wife and I'm gonna be a good mother. I don't need anything else but his presence in our life. The more I experience this pregnancy, the more I think about future, the more I feel like we just need a simple life. As of right now, I just need my husband and my baby to be firstly healthy, and he's be able to have time to spend time with us. Okay, let's go to the last one. You think we have done good so far in our pregnancy journey?
Obviously, I haven't done much except try to take care of you and make sure that you had the things you need. I feel it's been very good. I know that not only Noom understands herself a little bit more, and some of the things like nesting, getting the house ready, getting things ready for him to come. I'm pretty impressed on how you did that. I knew you'd do good. All of the doctor's appointments have been pretty good. The overall pregnancy has been pretty good. My expectation has been better than I expected, and I know how we'll look back on this and it'll seem like it was only a very quick period of time, right? Right now, excited to be able to sleep all night and not have that aspect to get ready for, but then on the other side, super excited to welcome him into the house.
For me, you kind of humble about telling me that you have done nothing. Talking about what you have done in our pregnancy journey. It's not about you making money or you provide for us the materials. Best thing you've done is you always so supportive and caring, because when I'm in the worst mood, you always there. As an experienced person, you always tell me, I know it's gonna happen, and you make me feel like it's okay to be a little bit ugly, a little bit fat. You repeated that many times to me, and it actually helped me a lot. You didn't realize that, but it helped me a lot. Besides worrying about my health, I also worrying about how you feel about me. As a woman, we all do. You've been doing very good in encouraging me in my pregnancy journey. I really appreciate that, and I think I cannot ask for more.
Well, we're a team, and teammates help each other out.
That's why you see me always so positive about this journey, even though sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's super hard. We have up and down time, definitely not avoidable.
We had one real scare. Possibly she could have a miscarriage, and I didn't understand everything, but they kept saying partial detachment. We kept positive through the whole thing, and it's amazing depending on what doctor you go to. One doctor made us feel like this is super serious and basically go home and cry about it, and the other doctor's like, no, it's okay, it'll be fine, don't worry. That part was the only time we had like a speed bump in the process, and obviously it wasn't fun. It was pretty scary for that time.
I never talk about this in any videos before. I never talk about threatened miscarriage, because he always there. He's always encouraging me. Actually, he needs to be encouraged sometime, because it's difficult for him to. We have gone this far already, so we don't really want to talk about, you know, what's negative in this journey. Just so you know, there are always some ups and downs, but just keep trying. Just try, always keep in mind that it's gonna be okay and it's gonna be a better day tomorrow.
No doubt.
I think that's it for today, and I hope that you guys enjoy this session with us, and I hope to see you guys again in the future. Definitely, Davey gonna come back.
I'll see you in the delivery room. I'm not gonna say goodbye. I'll say see you later. Thanks for watching Noom's channel. I appreciate all the positive comments we get, and it's very cool. So
Yep.
that's it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
Thank
wrap
you.
it up. Thank you for watching, and see you again soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.